What's going on YouTube? Dr. Ironbat Prime 2.0. I'm back again with another video, as this video entitles, these are top 10, well, my top 10 most shocking moments in the world of comic books. Now, with Halloween around the corner, I thought I'd talk about something, well, that would be, well, in a way, scary and horrifying, just in a way, get into the spirit of Halloween. So, these are going to be some shocking moments in the world of comics that equaled, like, scaring you to death, being so freaked out that you couldn't believe it with your own eyes, and just insane moments in the world of comics. That's what these events are, and it's basically my list, so everyone's entitled to their own top 10. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, let's get down to this, starting at number 10, working our way up to number 1. Kicking off the list at number 10 is Bucky Barnes being revealed as the Winter Soldier. I'm pretty sure it's no secret that, well, everybody knows this by now, but let's just say when this first happened, well, we just didn't know at first. But then sometime later, well, we then learned that Hydra was messing around with Bucky Barnes' mind, put a target on Captain America's head. Later on, Bucky got his memories back thanks to the Cosmic Cube. Bucky ended up coming back, but hey, let's not forget the time, well, Bucky was, well, evil and almost killed Captain America. Number 9 on the list is the ending of the Watchmen series. If you haven't read the Watchmen comic, what the heck is wrong with you? You need to read the comic, because the ending is just insane. Like, so much crazy, insane stuff. But the ending was just insane when millions of people were dying. There was a crazy alien invasion caused by Ozymandias, and Rorschach ends up dead. That kind of insane. So if you haven't read the comic, read it. Or if you're not big on reading the comic, watch the movie. I mean, it's not 100% the same, but hey, you'll love it and enjoy it. Number 8 on the list is Captain America saying "Hail Hydra." This was such a big announcement that CNN was reporting about this. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I first saw it either. This basically went down in a Secret Empires event where Captain America reveals at the end of the first issue where he returns saying "Hail Hydra." And it was just a moment in comic book history that just freaked everyone out. And I just couldn't believe it. And let's just say no one's gonna forget the time Captain America actually said that. Number 7 on the list is Magneto pulling out Wolverine's skeleton. The 90s was an insane time for the X-Men, good and bad kind of stuff. Let's just say Magneto was finally able to get the upper hand on Wolverine and was able to pull out all that adamantium. Wolverine would then come back before he would die again. But hey, it was a moment in X-Men comics we'll never forget. That's the bright side for Wolverine. So, yeah, it was just an insane moment when it comes to X-Men stuff, and yeah, I mean, Wolverine could have died, and in a way, I really wish we could have seen this in like past X-Men movies. It would have been like horrifying and awesome at the same time. Number 6 on the list is Bane breaks Batman's back. Bane is just one of my favorite Batman villains, and him doing this is one of the reasons why he's my favorite. This basically went down in the Vengeance of Bane comic, but at the end of that comic, that's where Batman finally confronts Bane one more time, brutally almost dead, but then that's when Bane ends up holding him and breaking his own back. And just like that, Batman's put out of commission for a very long time in the world of comics, only, for this to happen. But it's also the time where Jean-Paul Valley came in to become the Nightfall, and also it's a time where we can learn that Bane is an enemy you don't want to screw with. The 90s was just an insane time for the world of comics. Jean-Paul Valley was Batman, Ben Reilly was Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, Kyle Rayner Green Lantern came in. Yeah, there was lots of things happening in the 90s with comic books. Taking the top 5 on the list is Reverse Flash kills Nora Allen. You don't even need to read comic books to know this, because this literally happened in, literally the first episode of The Flash, because, well, I'm a diehard fan of The Flash, and this is just, well, an insane moment that happened. So basically, Eobard Thawne just thinks about running back in time and killing Flash's mother as a kid, and then that's when he also frames Barry's father for it. All that happened, and, well, it's just a mind-blowing thing that you couldn't believe it, and it really proves how evil Eobard Thawne can be. Number 4 on the list is the death of Superman. This was just a moment in the world of comic books that just took everyone's breath away, and I couldn't believe it either. Like, people literally talking about the death of Superman. It was just insane on so many levels, and even our own mothers were talking about this, and it was just insane. Doomsday was just an all-out brawl with Superman, and it would go on for so many pages, probably a full-on long book, but in the end, that's where Superman dies, is in Lois Lane's arms. Yeah, all that had to happen, and even though Superman would come back several years later, it was just a moment in comic book history where everyone was saying, oh my god, somebody killed Superman. Taking the top 3 is Joker paralyzing Barbara Gordon. All this had to go down in the Killing Joke comic, which is one of my favorite Batman comics to read, and I would highly recommend reading. Not only the Killing Joke is a comic where we finally learn the Joker's full-on origin, but also shows us the time where he paralyzes Barbara Gordon at the front door and just gunning her down right in front of Jim Gordon. Yeah, that put Barbara Gordon, well, into the Oracle position, and even though several years later she would come back as Batgirl, it was just an insane and scary moment in the world of comics. And again, read the Killing Joke comic. The movie, well, it's a little 50-50, but hey, the comic is just so good, read it yourself. Number 2 on the list is the death of Gwen Stacy. This was like one of the first dark things to happen in the world of comics, and just comic books having a dark tone and everything, and it's just insane and awesome at the same time, but it was scary when this happened. Let's just say this happened a long time ago in Spider-Man comics, where Spider-Man tries to catch Gwen Stacy from falling to her death. He ends up catching her, but that's when she ends up dying in Peter's arms, all because of the Green Goblin. And she was meant to be, well, Peter's main love interest, but that ended up not happening. And yeah, the death of Gwen Stacy was just a moment in comic book history a lot of people were never gonna forget. Number 1 on the list is Jason Todd's death. Y'all know I'm a diehard Batman fan, and the death of Jason Todd is just insane because it scarred Batman. It really shows how deadly and insane the Joker can be. I mean, it all went down in the death of in the Family comic, where, well, all this happened. Let's just say fans weren't 100% a fan of Jason Todd as Robin, so fans had to vote whether he should live or die, and then that's when they voted that he should die, and he did at the hands of the Joker, beating him with a crowbar, blowing up in a building, and with Batman holding him in his dead arms. Pretty scary stuff. But then, sometime later, that was when Batman would just hang up his costume as a reminder. Even though several years later, Jason would come back from the dead and become the anti-hero himself, Red Hood. Let's just say, Jason Todd is just something that I became a crazy fan of. And let's just say, I just can't wait to explore what's going to happen in the world of Batman comics when it comes to Jason Todd related stuff. So that about wraps up my top 10. But I do have some honorable mentions to add in, and here they are. Honorable mentions go to Joker killing Jim Gordon's wife, the Marvel Civil War event, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Joker cuts off his own face, and the Dark Phoenix saga. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope y'all love and enjoy that video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your top 5 or top 10 or ever how many in the comments down below. And just to wrap up on the video, thanks again for watching my video. Make sure to, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. hit the bell to notify whenever I upload a new video. Hit some comments, I'm always reading comments. And also hit the thumbs up so I know you like this video or even love it. And don't forget to also follow me on social media, and I just might follow you back. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, CosplayMino. All my social media names right here. So again, follow me and I just might follow you guys back. So till next time guys, this is Dr. Iron Bat Prime 2.0 signing out, and see you all in my next video.